last time I left, I don't think I fully appreciated how much everyone really meant to me, kind of as a family. And there were so many things that I learned, but it took me years to be able to realize those things, like the things that Finola taught me and the things that Sandy taught me. You know, it just kind of took me a long time for that to sink in. So this time, I guess I have an opportunity to tell people like you that I've known almost my entire life. You know, like, well, how much I love you, and you know, I don't want to leave without saying everything that I want to say. Does that make sense?
Yes. Basically, the biggest thing that I remember was you telling me at your young, beautiful age, you know, that you were when you were HIV positive, and those scenes on the couch.
Yeah.
I mean, because there was a lot of Tristan or Finola and Tristan and
Before
you
that,
and all of us kind of
Yeah.
together. I don't think you and I really had a lot of one-on-one kind of work until they were taken off.
Yeah.
But the first thing that comes to my mind was the scene in the house on the couch, and you told me, and it was so memorable because it was probably my first acting experience where I didn't feel like I was acting. I felt like, I mean, I was listening to you. You were relaying this information, and it welled me up inside, and it was beautiful, and it was all these stupid kind of crazy things were going through my head. Like, wow, this is, as we're doing, it's like, you know, I'm feeling this, but this is what it's supposed to be like. This is what all these years of studying and
Yeah.
classes and everything was all about. Was this
It was a sort of out of body experience.
this moment, and it was fabulous. 20 years. Think about that. And it feels like just yesterday. Every time I drive on this lot, I feel like it's the first time, and I'm thankful for this job. You've been here more than 20 years. You were here before
Over the
I was.
span of 25 years, but
Yeah, that's what
yeah.
I'm going to say. But
Yeah.
so that's just insane when I think about it. So to make sure that those points are talked about, discussed, and hit, and you know, it would be wonderful if Tristan and Finola could, you know, come back. I think the audience would love it. I'd love to see it. The most important thing is the dignity of your character. What
Right.
you did on this show when you and Michael Sutton, you know, did the HIV storyline, some of the most beautiful work ever in the history of mankind. I don't know if
Of mankind.
You guys, I don't know if you guys realize just how strenuous and painful and exhausting. And
It was.
Kimberly went home with this. She was sick for months because of just the draining emotional life.
I had walking pneumonia.
And I'll never forget hearing a story about, I was at a charity event or somewhere, and a person told me that my daughter came home from school, or I came home from work, and I saw my daughter on the stoop, in the front stoop as she was coming to the house, crying. And she said, "What's wrong?" He said, "Stone died today." And he thought it was like a
Wow.
close friend of hers, and it was
Wow.
Stone on TV. It was great work, and it was great stuff, and I love you, and you
I
know,
love you too.
we just we had a lot of fun, man. We had a lot of laughs. That's another thing I remember. I'll always remember about this place is we all have had a lot of laughs.
Yeah.
Tony and the crew. None of you know the crew that we've been able to work with, and the directors and the laughs. It's a happy place.